What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JS392 back with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing a new set of tires that I got for the rear. These are the Nitto n555 G2s. From what I've gathered, they are supposed to be a performance tire. Basically the budget version. And I wanted to try them out to see if they're any good, if they're good on the street, if they're good on a straight line, if they're, just overall performance. You know, I went all over the city to get a new set of tires. Honestly, the only reason I even needed a new set of tires is because my Pirellis were a little worn out because I did a couple of burnouts and, you know, donuts maybe. But, you know, it happens. That's what you do with these cars sometimes. But I needed some new tires. They were completely worn out. One was completely deflated. I guess caught a flat from either a nail or just being too worn out. I mean, they were literally bald when I took them off. So I went all over the city, got two tires that, you know, I thought would be pretty good. I got lucky. And yeah, we're just going to review them. I'm just going to let you know everything I know about them and how they feel when I drive. All right, so as you can see, this is the Nitto 555 G2. 305/35 ZR20 setup. It's a pretty nice tire. Take a look at the tracks. Got it brand new for a really good price. Now, one thing I gotta say though is that it does align with the rim, so you gotta be careful with the curves. It's funny because I got the same size with the original tire that it came with, the Pirellis. These are 305/35 ZR20 as well. But as you can see, there's plenty of space between the rim and the tire in case you hit a curb. So that's one thing you have to worry about with these Nittos over here. Now, one thing I could definitely tell you off the bat is that these tires are not designed for you to get out of corners. Straight line, they're pretty good. They hook and they go. But if you're trying to get out of a corner, you're gonna slip. And when they're cold, they're not too great. I mean, these tires are really meant for like high performance on like a track. Not super high performance, but you know, up on a budget. And you know, honestly, unless they're warm, you're not gonna get that much traction out of them. But like I said, on a straight line, it's pretty good. You know, compared to the other competition tires, I mean, are they better than the Pirellis that the car came with? That's up for debate. I'm not really sure. But then again, the Pirellis did slip a lot, so it's I'm gonna say there's different things that this tire does that the Pirellis don't do, and vice versa. But for the most part, I think these tires are just they're more aesthetically pleasing. They look better, but in terms of performance, they're not that great. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed. They do what they gotta do. And like I said, they do look nice, but I'm definitely going to shop around and see if I can get some Michelin PS4S's, which are much better from what I did on my research. And if those aren't good either, then I'm going to either go back to the Pirellis that it originally had, which I really don't want to do, or go with the same company that I have on my Mustang, which is Continentals, because those are actually pretty damn good. Matter of fact, I might do that before I go back to Pirellis. I'm going to try the Michelin PS4S's, then I'm going to do the Continentals. Because I know by experience, those are some amazing tires. Now, with the Mustang, I got the Pro Contact. I might get the Extreme Contact with this car because it has a lot more power. And we'll see what it does. But, you know, you definitely got to shop around. Now, I got a friend that he went and got 315s, but he got a no-name brand tire. I mean, it's literally called Mucho Macho. I never heard of that in my life. If you heard of it, let me know. But I mean, it just looks crazy. But they get the job done. So sometimes I think going with a brand isn't necessarily something that you need to do if it's a known brand or something like that. I mean, sometimes if you're on a budget and you just get whatever you can afford, it might work out for you. I know people that go on Amazon, get $500 of tires, 315s for this car, or a Hellcat, and they work out pretty good. It's not like they're gonna last as long or they're as durable, but they get the job done and they hook a lot better because of the 315s. That's what I originally wanted to do, but just finding 305s was impossible. I had to go all over the city to get these. And the only reason I even got them is because somebody told the dude to order it and never came back, and he gave it to me for $160, which is great because, you know, that's like a 70% discount on these tires. But like I said, from what I can tell you, sorry about the glare. From what I can tell you, these tires, they're only good on a straight line. They're not great for like real street performance. But hey, it is what it is. All right, guys. So off the bat, I could tell you that these tires are not good at getting out of corners. Try to get out of the corner with a little bit of gas, and it's already gonna slip on you. Truth be told, though, like when you're going in a straight line, pretty damn good. They hook, they go, and they do what they're supposed to do. Now I am gonna give it a little bit of gas, just so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. See, right there, it gave me no problem, none whatsoever. But if I was making a turn, the screeching and the slipping would have been happening all day, like no tomorrow. I probably would have gotten pulled over. People would have been thinking I'm doing something crazy. And that's what happens when you got a lot of torque and your tire is not really meant for that kind of thing. So again, you want something more grippy. I think the better tire will probably be something like a Continental or maybe even a Michelin PS4S. All right, y'all. So here I'm gonna try to give it a good amount of throttle while I make this turn, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to getting out of the corners. Now, don't be alarmed. We are in New York City, so people driving crazy is the norm. So I won't get pulled over, even though I will look crazy. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the car twisted me really hard just because I was trying to give it a little bit of throttle. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You give it a little bit of throttle and you're already slipping all over the place. I mean, that was crazy. Woo. So there you have it, man. That's my quick little review on these tires. You know, like I said, they're good on a straight line, especially when they get warmed up, but getting out of corners is not so great. So what I'm gonna do is, in the next video, I'm gonna do a couple of pulls. I'm gonna show how to do launch control and shift light, and I'm gonna see what's the best times I can get with these. Then I'm gonna rotate the tires, because I still have the original Pirellis in the front, put them in the back, see what times I can get out of those, do a comparison, and then when I get my PS4Ss, do another one in the future, and maybe some spins and things like that. But I definitely want to show the difference between the tires and what they can do, and how whether or not they get better times. Also, remember, the better the tire, the better the braking distance, because if you have traction, you can brake better. So that's also very important for you guys if you want to know. And I'm gonna put up a chart basically for tires that you know, so you can see the rating and what they're capable of, because if you get the wrong ones, you might end up in a ditch, and that's something I don't want anybody that, you know, to get into. That I've seen way too much between these takeovers and car meets, people crashing, and they don't know what they're doing. They're just getting tires at a used tire shop. Yeah, put these on and go crazy, and yo, you know, there's been a couple of times people have lost their life, and that's not something I condone. You know, I want people to be safe out there. So I'm not trying to be the educator, but at the same time, I do want to help if you need advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be this guru. I'm not a guru. But you know, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of tire setup you guys have. If you have any suggestions, let me know, and I'll definitely look into it. And until the next one.